All right, good afternoon. All right, everyone. Have you guys watched the videos that I actually have recorded earlier? Okay, for group one yesterday. Okay, that video basically, if you haven't watched right, or you actually watch those videos, okay, you can actually just take parts basically. Okay, one of the part basically I try to redesign back again. All right, one of your friend from group 7, if I'm not mistaken, okay, kind of developments ideas there, okay, because she actually have given me some of the sample of her works that regarding to our assignments here. So she asked me a lot of questions and showed me a lot of good progress on how to develop her characters there, okay. So it is very good videos, okay, that I actually have shared with the student itself, okay, how actually I redesigned back then based from her ideas there, okay, from her subject matters into my own kind of versions of character design, okay. So if you take a look at those videos, it shows basically the process how actually I develop the ideas, how I actually construct and break down the shapes from that particular character or subject matters that we actually can call them, right, okay, into the the ideas of the original design that I actually came out for a few minutes there, okay? For a few minutes there basically, okay? I think around half an hour basically I done this kind of things there. You can see the chronologies, the process of how actually break down all those kind of shapes there into the very simple, simplified kind of design of that owl there, okay? So what basically I want you guys to work on it for around half an hour there, okay? Right now we are getting around 12:55, all right, for my watch, right, okay? We want to stop our sessions, okay? Your demonstration, your what we call that, your live sketches, right, okay? Around 1:25. So around 25, I want to see how far you guys can work with your quick sketch of your character design based from the basic shapes, and you choose your own subject matters there. Either you want to draw cats, dog, any kind of animal you can start with, or girl or boy characters. I want you guys to find your own subject matters, Google them up, all right, and then use those reference to guide you to develop your own character design. I want to see how you sketch your ideas from here. Sketch your ideas from here. Then I'm going to, yeah, you need to share your screen, right? If you guys can share all your screens, I want to see how far you can go from there. All right. If you have to share your screen during the process of drawings, it's more better there. Okay. All right. Any questions? Don't copy from other people's work, but you can use them to guide you to develop your work there. Don't trace, don't copy, but redevelop from there using basic shape there. Right? From that video that I actually show you guys, share with you guys, it show how actually I combine multiple shape, like very simple shape, guys, okay, circles, square, triangle, or cylinders that you can use that to work with it. Understand how to construct the structures of your design before you go to detail up them, right? Okay. All right. Are you ready? Okay, work on it. 1:25. Everyone has to launch your ideas, right, in Google Classrooms and also on screen there, right? Okay? You can share on screen there. All right, everyone should share on the screen there, right? Okay? All right, work on it now. So I'm going to share also my videos, okay? Like again, just to recap, like again, how actually construct the line there, right? Okay? how actually I develop those structures, line, get the subject matters, right? Even though my videos doesn't have the what we call that voice, okay, voice over or audios on it, right? Okay?
Sir,
Yes, Marissa, how's your hand?
Hi, yes, sir.
Yeah. How's your hand there?
Oh, my hand. My hand is getting better, but I can't really take heavy stuff right now because it still hurts a bit.
Just now I saw you dancing there, right? Okay, good.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. All right, you guys can dance there, okay? Dance with your hands there.
Sorry?
You can dance with your hands there, right?
Huh?
Marissa, dance with your hands. All right, guys, okay? Work on your character design there first, okay?
Sir,
Yes.
do we have to draw like front, left, and right, the three sides?
If you saw my video presentation there, right?
Uh,
My video demonstrations, what basically I've been working on before, okay? I'm working with the three-quarter view there first, with a different kind of pose there, okay? Before we're going to work with those three different positions. All right. I don't want you guys to finalize your characters yet. The thing that I want to see, that I want to look into your kind of developments right now, is how actually you construct the basic structures for your characters before you're going to finalize them. We are not talking about finalizing your design first. I want to see your ideas there. I want to see how you construct your line. I want to see how you develop your kind of strokes there, okay? Your skill to develop your ideas using your sketch kind of line that is. Because those are the most important thing when it comes to develop your ideas there. Okay? Okay, Jory, listen.
yeah,
If
yes,
you
sir.
take a
Thank
look
you.
at my kind of demonstrations here, okay, I do a few kind of studies first, the breakdown of the shapes before I'm going to work on it. Okay, and when I design my characters, they all have a different kind of pose. Sometimes they have using a very standard kind of pose, action pose to show the personalities of that characters there, right? Even though you're going to work with your, for example, if you're going to work with different kind of subject matters, for example, like this one there, right? A very simple kind of shape, square shape of as a character there. But I didn't actually draw them stand still there. But I do a little bit kind of action pose there to represent the emotion, the attitude for that character. Okay. So this challenge is not only to develop or design a character there. The challenge is how actually you're going to use your imaginations to emphasize on the emotions or the impression of your character as well. Okay. What is it, Marissa? Do you have any questions?
Oh, no, nothing. Sir, I would like to ask, right, if I have to take the MC a picture for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Just snap the pictures and share in WhatsApp. Right?
Yeah, I send
Okay.
it to you through WhatsApp now.
If you want to email, it's more better. Okay. Email to me there also. Because sometimes WhatsApp, okay, if they update or something, whatever it is on the systems, I might going to lose some of the images already.
But
So email
the
is more better there, right?
because the so-called clinic I went to is like a Chinese physician kind of thing. So they don't really have like a printed MC. They have a written one, but they have a stamp that,
It's okay.
okay.
So just send me it by email also directly.
Okay.
At least we have the record and so on. Right. Because normally, right, if we have some of the issues sometimes, okay, if we have some sort of formal kind of letters that we can actually use, it's more likely. Okay, the work that you've been working on, right, okay, Other than you're going to submit live streams for me, don't forget to submit also in our week 6 project 1, okay? At least one image is there, okay? Week 6 project 1 character design development there. So I want to see your first development ideas for a few minutes for these sessions to see your results there, okay? The quality or the results of your work. How's it, Boshan, okay? Try to do some research there, right? So designing characters is not that easy, right?
Sir, can I have your email, please?
I already put on the in our notes there, right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. If I want to just do also my part, right, okay, for the sessions, if I want to start to draw something from basic shapes, right, like triangles, square, circles. From here, of course, okay, you have to know your subject matters there. What are the things that you want to create as a character? Okay, what are the subjects there, okay? Person, people that you want to draw, right? As your kind of sources to work with your characters there. So some people love to draw girl, boy, there, right, okay? So let me check. Boy, boy, portrait, correct? Okay? Photography or portrait, okay? Because you want to draw a little kid or boy there, okay? Find the characters or a boy characters that can have a very strong kind of personalities or images there, okay? It's a serious thing, you know, right? You have to understand, right, okay? Designing characters is not like we design or draw a portrait, okay? Because it has to be a personality that unique kind of things that actually can portray from that design there, okay? Because we build up something is not existed, okay, in the real world. So we're going to work with the fictional kind of worlds there. We're going to recreate them back. So each character that you draw, okay, if I want to take a look at the reference that I have right now, I'm going to find some of the portrait or real human character have a very strong kind of personalities there. Like this boy has a very strong personality of features, which is the hair, eyes, nose, lips, right? So try to find to search it. To search on the results or reference, basically it takes a lot of time. That's why 20 minutes basically okay for newbies. It's not that easy, but I just want to give you guys a challenge here. Okay, now the next thing is boy character design. Okay, take a look at how some other artists actually have done this kind of work. So what I can do, I can actually gather as much as information there. You have to know the age of the characters there. You have to define them first. This is maybe from one of the subject matters from incredible kind of featured animated films there, okay? You have to take a look how actually other people design a boy as a character there, right? And then you will have your own kind of ideas how to work with it. Okay? So if you've done enough research like this, oh, some people draw people like this one with this kind of style, okay, then what you can do from here, you start to, this may be a little builder. Then you will start to do your own kind of studies based on drawings there. So of course, what we need to do, we always, right? This is a very strong features of the boy character there. Copy this one, paste right here as our reference. Because if you follow exactly the methods that I show right now, right, and you learn to understand the reason why basically I did this kind of studies there, and you follow them back and practice on your own, you will get used to it, and the process of designing and to search your own original ideas are going to be more easy there. I'm not saying easy as you eat or drink coffee, right, or eat some ice cream there, okay? But you will know how to solve your own problems there. So what's next? Okay, the boy character styles there, okay? So maybe I'm going to choose one of or two of those here. Okay, as a reference there. To study as a reference, not to trace them back. What else there? But if you actually have saw my demonstration before when I draw one of the boy there, right? You know basically where the directions that we can go from. Okay? The styles of illustration also is really important step in order to develop our understanding there. Good. Good. So study the whole things, study the whole ideas of developing your kind of understanding. See how actually they sketch it out the ideas from here. Different kind of structures, features on that. So what you can do right now, you have the whole idea set it, but for me it's not enough, okay, for beginners. So the features of this girl, this boy, okay, let's just say I'm using an oval shape there. So I sketch it out first. The hair, see the way I sketched it. He has a very big kind of hair there, huge kind of hair there, okay? And then the nose, eyes, mouth there, okay? Using shapes there. And then the body itself, when we draw the body, okay, this is one head of shapes. Boy characters around 8. This boy are going to be around, the age are going to be around 5, 6 years old maybe there, okay? So half of it is his body, and half of it are going to be his leg there. For example, like this one there. He's wearing a jacket kind of shirts, then a hand. Yeah. But it look like a man rather than a boy there, right? Why? Okay, let's we take a look at it. Let's we break down the it. Okay, so how are we going to break down the it? So what I'm going to do here, use the same features, for example. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the shapes of the head, the nose, circle there, right? Lips, eyes a bit more bigger there. I'm using circle there. The eyebrows a bit more bigger, and then the hair. See the way I sketch my design there, okay? Very rough sketch, but a lot of confidence there. So the body is set. So the body is set, okay? One shapes, two, the legs, right, and the foot. Half of it, half of it. The hands. Then I'm going to draw the hands a bit more like this one. I think this one to show a bit kind of different kind of pose, right? Draw the line structure there, just to imagine the shape and the structure there. We're going to go through with that next week, okay? How actually going to manage the light. So now he's wearing a check t-shirts, shirts there, right? This is wearing maybe a pants, short pants. Simple, simplify that, right? And then I'm going to draw his actually wearing a sneakers. See the difference there, guys? See the different kind of approach based on the same design, same kind of characters, but different design there, right? Different design there. So from here, we can go more, we can go through more, right? We're using basic shape back again, right? How about I'm using a square? Square. Square boy there. Like the hair, like this, right? Nose, mouth, eyes there. Very simple shapes there. If you follow exactly the directions that I showed there, right? And then you will improvise a bit from there, your life will be more easy later on. Then I'm going to maintain basically the check. Right, the neck is actually combined with the shoulders there, okay? Then I'm going to draw different kind of pose there. He's holding a phone there. Then the legs, he's still wearing a sneakers there, right? Strips on the sneaker. How I actually get this idea there, watch a lot of times. I'm drawing the shape of sneakers there based on the half of the circle and square, but I still with it. See the difference there, guys? Three different design based on the same characters. So all this kind of understanding, it doesn't actually, because when I actually design my characters, am I actually just trace from other people's works? No. But I'm using as a part of my life. This is how we can develop by combining all the elements that we have around us. Of course, some of the times, uh, what I did actually, I think, I also try to copy from other people's work. For example, like this one, this body, this kind of what you call it, boy there, right? Look like a girl a bit, but it's not, it's a boy. How you got the mouth, but eyes a bit more smaller there. You see? And then the neck, the body here. Basic structure there, guys. Huh? and then the shoes, right? And the hands, a bit more thinner there, okay? Thinner, even though the proportion is not right, but you can see basically the features there, okay? Then we want to create from this design. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 design for a few minutes, right? So that's why we have to practice a lot. Okay? And you have to understand how the shapes are going to be worked, try to manipulate them back to work together. The hardest thing that you basically have some difficulty to work there. Why? Because when you saw or you want to design characters, you won't be able to see the whole structure as a shape, as a silhouette. Right? You only see the aesthetical accessories, beauty of those designs, but you don't understand how the design works there. Okay? How the design will be made. Right? You never actually thought about it. Right. When you watch this kind of design, okay, when you actually have this design with you, okay, for example, this boy kind of practice, okay, have you noticed, okay, this is the shape of the circle. Okay? This is really the combination with the square there basically, okay, and this is the alignment of the nose. This is the shapes of the ears there, right? The shapes of the hair. Have you thought of it? No. Why? Because you only see the beauty of the end result. But you never thought about, oh, to design the characters based on the cylinders like this, right? Like a drinking bottle. This, right? The body look like what? Like a drinking bottle there. Okay? When they design them, right? This is the pelvis, the legs, yeah, using the shapes there. You never actually, right, study the whole thing, right? Because like, no one ever taught you guys how it works. And today or this time, I actually have exposed the secret of designing characters. When you have understand how it works here like this, easy for you to design any characters later on. But the line stroke has to be a bit more confidence there, right? Confidence there. Gesture line drawings. Okay. Maybe later on, okay, we are going to do a lot of gesture drawings. Right? We're going to do a lot of gesture drawings. Because if you actually practice yourself to do or to develop your design or your characters like this, before you finalize them, whatever that I draw right now, okay, will based on the same method. Basically, when I draw this character there, I have this kind of understanding in my head that I actually have developed so many years there. Okay? Yeah. Basic structures there that I actually have developed. Okay? To develop this kind of methods, you have to practice every day. To do the same methods, okay? To do the same tricks there, okay? Because this is the foundations how actually you're going to design anything you want. Okay? You want to design a dragon, for example there, right? You will start with this basic structures there. Gestures line there, right? Gestures line like this. Before you're going to design, right, the whole structure there. This is a part of the techniques you want to be good at your design. You have to you learn to design a gesture line like this. Right? Don't just follow from the YouTubes, right? Okay? People draw it directly, okay, like Kim Jong Il, whatever the Korean guy, okay? They have developed uh, a million, thousand kind of hours there to develop the skills like that. Okay, see? Dragon there, right? How many seconds that I actually drawing dragons there to get the right kind of features there. So if you train yourself in the right way, you follow exactly what I do, and practice a lot, you will get this kind of skill. I want you guys to develop the skills. Okay? Alright guys? Everything is possible, don't worry there. Everything is possible. If I can do it, you also can do it. Right, okay? But I take so many years to practice myself. We're talking about 5 weeks of your time have been exposed with this kind of methods there. But I show you guys also the shortcut way to works. But the only way you need to understand, practice in the perfect way. Not practice make perfect. Right? Practice will always show progress, good progress. Okay? Hmm. Any questions? Oh, I think Minkai actually really focus on his characters. They're good there. Huh? Minkai, you can show us your design.
I'm still drawing.
Still drawing. Yeah. All right. Guys, okay, you can learn from there, right? Okay? Because the video that I show you guys, okay, will basically is really helpful. Okay? For me, I've learned from my colleagues, from my friends, from my what we call that stuff around me, basically. Okay, when I actually work or supervise other people, I've learned also from my friends. You guys learn from me there, okay? What actually has been experienced there at work. Okay, so those are the good things there right now. So develop from there. Enjoy working the process. It takes time to develop this kind of gestures, line and pose. But if you understand where the directions of the structures of the characters there, right? You will basically get the ideas how it works. Okay? See how actually these characters to show the personality of this guy, the line of actions there, right? The line of actions of this guy. Alright? You can see the basically the whole personality of the characters there. See? The interaction between two characters, right, to work together. Right? This character is here. Wait up. Let me actually uh, this one first. This over here. Right? Just to give you guys a bit more clear idea. This one, it's still right. Everything came from the basic shapes. Everything came from that basic shape. So take a look here. This guy there, okay? The line of actions that define this guy, they really have a confidence there. Balance them out. How many head do we have here? One, sorry guys. One, two, three. Three heads to design this maybe 10 or 11-year-old kind of boy there, okay? This one, how many heads there? One, two. This one, right? Two, maybe two here, and 2.5 boy there, okay? Understand the whole basic structures, anatomies, right, of the characters itself. Then you can design it right away there, okay? So you want to design this boy, basically. Normally, right, okay, when I want to design something, I will draw first from the real pictures there. Then I'm going to find boy, okay, because we design characters there, right? So we can design different features of the boy. So the body itself, right? Maybe the legs. Sometimes if I lazy enough, I'm going to draw like this. Like the kangkang a little bit right here. Or there. It can be, but it doesn't look fine there. But you can actually improvise on that. Right? So that's why okay, this boy, how to design that. He has a very small kind of features of head or face, but he has a very huge kind of head, smile, very naughty kind of smile there, and the eyes maybe cover the face, the hair cover the eyes there, and be like that. Maybe he's quite fat kind of boy there. Everything from shapes, and he has a very small kind of leg. Maybe. See? So that's how actually we define them into a cartoon version of these subject matters. One of it. Not the only way, but this is one of the way that you guys can actually practice your kind of understanding there. That's why when we design, we have to think. I'm showing you guys right now how to think creatively. People can be creative, but you have to dive in to the process. You cannot actually just simply think and trace it, okay? Because my video session that I record, okay, yesterday, I actually show, explain why the person design look a little bit more like tracing than designing that, developing that, right? So tracings, uh, as I told you guys before, I did also show some of the methods from drawing from other people's kind of posts to become my own characters, right? And of course, that kind of way suitable if you actually have an advanced kind of methods. But if you feel comfortable with that kind of methods later on, the problem is you cannot draw or sketch from scratch. You will lose your confidence from that. Those techniques will kill your confidence. I don't want you guys to kill your confidence anymore. You have to build up your confidence here. So when I design these characters, they're right from scratch. I'm using it as a reference here. And I build up my confidence right here to develop those understanding there, okay? The dragon here, if I want to have more clear kind of understanding, I'm going to refer to lizards, subject matters there, Komodo maybe, all that, alligators there, and also some of the design that some of the artists have designed the dragons. I'm going to refer first, right? What kind of dragons that I want to draw, like Chinese ancient dragons or American medieval dragons. Or I think we have also some Malaysian maybe dragons, we never know directly, but they have designed before, right? All this kind of understanding there, you have to develop from do some research a bit more. Or you can watch also how to train dragons kind of styles of they design the characters there, right? So those kind of things, those research will help you to gain more information and you can develop your own way to work. So that's why design practice is not an easy task. It's not a simply drawing kind of task. The most important thing that I want to see from your submissions is all about your process. It's all about your process. This is one of the example that I can give you guys there. This is the process that I want to see. Okay. Here's the process of developing one single character, but I draw few kind of styles there. Okay. Alright guys. Any questions?
Sir.
No? You want to show
Uh,
me your design there, I think?
I actually kind of messed up my design.
It's okay. Learn from that mistakes. One of the most important things that you have to understand in the process here, right? When you make your mistakes, try to understand first what are your mistakes there. Can you show me your screen here right now? Sorry. Share your screen.
I actually
See what
done
basically you have
my
done. What done your what?
I done my design, but it's pretty
Just share your.
childish.
It's okay. Show us right how it works.
Uh,
Hmm.
uh,
Everyone are going to make the mistakes there. I did actually school the last sessions this morning. Okay, about first of all, they don't actually work according to the what we actually have trained you guys. Okay, for the fifth week kind of exercise, right? I asked them, most of them, I asked them to redraw back again, okay, those kind of drawings, not graphic design, but the previous exercise there, right? Because it's okay, right? I want to see how actually you sketch out your ideas there. If you think you messed up, you draw like a child, okay, that means you have to improve your strokes and drawing line efforts. Those are the things that I can assume. It's okay, Jared, okay, so yes, right? You draw like this one now. Where is it? You draw like this.
actually, sir, it's way more funny than that.
How is it? Like this.
Better a bit.
Like this. Better than this.
Yeah, better than that.
That means you are better than me lah. Right. Hmm. Or maybe like this one there. Like this.
So do you want me to present?
Yes. Like this. You draw.
uh, Worse than that.
Uh, worse than
Yes.
this. Show us correct.
Okay, I'll present my screen.
Okay, good.
Uh, so-
This is the one that you draw. Which one is it?
because since primary school, I like to draw stickman comics on school notebook, and then this is all I can think of.
So, from what you actually have learned for the past 5 weeks, what basically you have to do? What basically you have improved? Uh, you know what I actually told you guys, okay, all of you guys before, okay? Whatever that you have in mind, whatever that you have been experienced, throw away first. Keep that away first. You have to change the way you draw. If you just keep doing the same thing that you draw from since you're born, you don't want to change, no one can change you, right? You can ask the god of drawing or the god of illustration came over here to teach you also, you won't be do any changes there if you don't allow them. That's why you have to set your mind. Throw away these drawings, start to follow exactly what I told. Throw away these drawings there. Whatever that you have done before, let's bygone be bygone there, right? Right? Don't follow, don't use them back. Maybe in the futures, when you have saw a lot of improvement on your drawings, maybe you want to go back into these drawings, but in a different way, in a different kind of perspective. I never say this kind of drawing cannot be a part of the styles of illustration, but the problem is If you allow your same mistakes that you have done since 18 years old until now, and you don't allow them to change, you don't change your mindset, no one can be changed you. The way that you hold your hands, you control your hands here. Because I've seen when you do those exercises, there's a lot of changes that you try to do from there. But as I told you guys before, every one of you guys, not only Jory, okay, don't go back into your old routine. It's just like you want to quit smoking or you want to quit from taking drugs. If you don't set your mind, all right, if you don't set your mind to change, no one can change you. It's not funny, guys, okay? It's not funny, it's there. Because it's all about how to develop your design senses here. Because drawings, exercise, drawing kind of methods, drawing kind of intensive kind of trainings is not based for those who want to learn or develop their skill in illustration only. It's all about the whole pictures is all about to develop your design senses. Okay? Because I believe everyone can draw, but the way, the methods, the style, the approach are going to be different, okay, depending how actually you can actually improve yourself from time to time. 5 weeks for zero knowledge person is not that enough, but you have to train more harder there. Right? You have your own times. You can plan your own time. If you go back into that routine, no one can help you there. Okay? That's why I say, whatever that you do from now on, don't go back into that routine. Just like don't smoke there. Okay? Don't stay with people that actually have a negative kind of impact on you. Try to be more positive, change from now on. I have to change. Whenever that you're lazy enough, don't go back into that routine. If you let that kind of routine control you, you won't be able to change. And you will find a lot of hard things that happen there. Because why? It's all about blood and the circulation between your hands and mind. Okay? It's a soul that we actually develop there. Right? If you actually train your soul well, okay, right, your kind of connection that you train basically from your eyes, mindset that you change there, and hands together there, right, you will get the right kind of coordination with you. Trust me on that. If you don't trust or you don't believe in it, okay, I just want to say that you have to force yourself. It's just like doing good therapy. uh, I'm not actually trying to be religious for you guys, okay, but for our practice, okay, in Islam, okay, for example, some people say, okay, if you have some Malay kind of what you call that friends, right? They say why I have to pray the right thing because I also doing bad, okay. But to doing good, you have to force this. You have to force doing the good things there, the good deed there. And then when you do that kind of good things a lot, your heart will be follows there. I think Confucius also have this kind of analogies, okay, thinking of methods there, okay. You know you're actually a bad person there, okay, but you want to be good. How there, okay? You cannot let maybe you can find a very beautiful girlfriend, maybe, or a very handsome boyfriend to change you. No, you're the one who have to change this. How? You have to force yourself to be at that positions that you really want to change, and you have to find also your own path to change that. I provide you guys the guideline to change. Okay, you just have to follow and try to dive deep into that changes process. Then you will find that. How? Force yourself to train and build up your interest by do your own training every day. It's just like doing good, right? Right? If you want to be good, but you don't want to do good things, you don't want to help people. You saw some, for example, like someone throwing papers or dirty kind of laundry or whatever, right? And you just walk away. You don't actually pick up those trash and put into the dustbin, right? You don't have this kind of senses to build yourself. No one can change you. Okay? Learn design also the same thing. Learn design, you have to build yourself, you have to train yourself, you have to force yourself to love what you do there. Then you will find a lot of way there. Because when people doesn't allow changes right here, no positive kind of impact will get into you. You don't find any way there, right? Because why? Everything is about negative there, negative. Okay? If you tell yourself every day, you're stupid, you're stupid, you're stupid, yeah, you will be a stupid person in the world, the worst stupid person in the world. But if you don't trust people, if some people say you're stupid, but you always have this kind of strong motivation with you. Okay, you told me I'm stupid, I will prove you I will be more better than you, for example, right? Okay, you will be better than. To build up those confidence at the same time. Okay, guys? Marisa, you saw like you concentrating there, I think. Can you show me your progress?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I just finished actually.
Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, remember that. So be positive then. Don't let your old kind of what we call that uh, methods of workings will control your kind of way of working there. Okay? Change. From now on, do some changes there. You have that kind of privilege and time to work on that. Okay, this is more like human characters. Okay, where you get this reference? You get the reference from here, there, right, guys? Right, from this one there, right?
Huh?
You draw from the reference, right?
No, actually, it's a reference from myself.
Okay, so what you need to do from now on, try to draw. Even though you have this, you have a reference. Don't trace that. Draw from the basic structures that you have.
Oh, wait,
Hmm.
the structure I did was, sorry, was something like this. Wait.
Can I see that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, this is all. This is for me. This is all. This is only a basic structure to draw human figures, not the characters.
Uh-huh.
Right? The characters have to be a little bit more simplified, right? The other thing is all the structures have to be. If you saw the way that I could draw the basic structure for the characters, right? It's a
Yeah.
very gesture kind of line there, right? It's a very gesture pose and line there, right?
Okay.
For me, this one you actually has restrict only to draw based from the reference there. You're not actually doing entirely improvise your way of working according to your creativity there.
Okay.
Okay, you understand what I mean there? Because why? Because if you follow exactly these methods, okay, when you want to design your own character later on, but you have a restriction, you know. What do you mean by restrictions there? Because without reference, you cannot draw,
Okay.
right? Without reference, you cannot draw that. Because we want to train you to develop your imaginations by using reference, but reference not to trace them, but you're going to withdraw according to your understanding there about the structure itself. You want to draw you as a character there, right? Try to see some of the references. If I when I actually designed these characters just now as a reference, did I
Okay.
actually take from these pictures? No, they're right. I try to construct back again all the basic structures based on my own understanding of this. Okay, Marisa?
Yeah.
Take a look
Understand.
also. Take a look also the video that I actually what we call that draw or shows from Rina kind of what we call that subject matters there, right? Rina has drawn these subject matters. Okay, the owl character there. This is not the one. Where is it? Right here. Rina has drawn a few examples of characters. Okay, just before this, this is the Rina design. Okay, this is Rina design. This is Rina design. Okay, an owl there. I saw this owl basically look like a reference that she saw from the internet. Right? Okay? So all the design basically is not that quite stylized, okay? It's quite hard to design or to move around there. It's not quite dynamic and flexible there. So I do my own research based on the characters there, on the owl kind of character design there, right? And I start to break down into different kind of shapes. See, I break down into different kind of shapes there. Then I try to understand the shape itself, that is the silhouette shapes, and I try to improvise from there by using a very simple kind of analogies or structures there to work with the same subject matters but different kind of design there. See, Rina, see what Barista, how
Yeah.
actually break down and back. So work on that. If you want to use, you want to draw you as a character. Okay, for example, if I want to draw me as a character, right? So how actually break down into very simple shapes. I want to design using square, right? And then what else I can do? The hair shapes, break down into shape there, Rina. Marissa, sorry.
Okay.
Nose, for example, eyes, beard, there may be there, right? Sketch, right? I'm sketch only there. Now the body there, okay? Because I'm actually what we call that tall kind of guys, so I'm going to draw a very simple kind of shape there of my body there. Okay? Hmm. This is one of the methods that, but not the only methods that works. See, I break down the design,
Yeah.
draw myself. Right. So you have to show the character design has to show a very strong feature of the person there. What are the strong feature of yourself? Because I also design my characters become like this one there. Okay, I'm using three-quarter view, for example. Yeah, yeah. Mm. See, it's not only to draw cartoons. We're not calling cartoons there. We're calling character design there. Okay? Cartoon is only a style that works. So I use different kind of design to portray myself. I can do more from there. Because when you design the characters, right, we have to be more truthful to ourselves. So that means we have to understand what are the things that people always, what we call that, know or recognize about ourselves. Mine, my ears, when I get older, my beard, my hair, and then my body's features there, right? That works. Yeah. This is the idea development. Yeah. This is not final characters there. This is the type of, not the styles, but this is the type of the way of working that I want to see from you. You can design the same characters in same characters in different kind of design. Those are the things that I want to see. 7 characters, different kind of design. Okay? And when you draw something, when you draw and start to draw your characters, right? They will look, you will feel good about it. Because why? Because you will draw them in different kind of positions, different kind of pose, and you will feel more easy for you to execute that. If you find a lot of difficulty to design each different pose later on, that means you have to change your design. Simple as that. To design characters, they have to be more flexible, and you will work with that characters so many times. So that means if you want to work with that character, right, make sure you can design them, you can draw them, right, more than 100 times there later on. Then you will find that characters is workable and also usable in different kind of way there, okay? Character design, not draw once and then you submit, then you get the marks there. Character design, just like SpongeBob, okay? Can you see? Now SpongeBob, there has a lot of different kind of expressions, different kind of pose, different kind of impressions there, actions, right? People will draw them, right? So many features or times that you work there. That's what character design works. If you just draw one character's design, one single pose, and then you stop to draw them back, that means those design doesn't work there. It's a bad kind of design. Okay? Okay, Marisa?
Okay, thank you, sir. Understood.
It's a good start. Okay,
Ah,
it's a good start there, right? Okay.
uh-huh.
So it's a good start to design, but you can improve from there. All right. Hopefully you guys understand how it works here. All right. Hopefully you guys can get some information about designing characters here. Okay. So keep watching my future videos that based on these characters there. Hopefully you guys can get a bit more from there. All right. Thank you very much, and have a nice day. Don't forget to post
Sir,
this first character design. Yes. Please
sir,
post
sorry,
this character design in our Google Drive. Yeah, yes. Yes,
sorry.
James.
May I
What is
ask?
it?
uh, Can I draw in? Can I draw in manga style?
Yes, Ken. Yeah,
Can.
you mean
Okay.
you want to
Thank you,
draw
sir.
from using manga style at the bus. Don't draw or trace from other people's works there. Okay? The first rule to draw manga, make sure you can draw exactly like them, but don't trace them. Draw from the basic structures at first. Okay? Remember that. So draw from
Okay.
basic
Thank you,
structures
sir.
at first. Right. Okay? Manga styles basically, okay, there's I think around 7, 8 or 10 different type of manga styles there. You want to draw chibi characters, you want to draw like shonen characters there, you want to draw like more like a semi-realistic characters there, you have to choose first. Okay? It's not manga style are going to be a universal kind of style there. There's a few type of manga styles that you have to choose. My kind of suggestions, normally the most easiest way for us to produce is chibi characters. Right? Chibi characters, like you know chibi characters now, right? So chibi characters is more easier for beginners to draw. But if you think that you can draw this kind of drawings, okay, better, okay, go ahead. But don't trace from other people's characters. I will notice that. Okay? Alright. I will notice them, okay? Because there's a lot of reference outside there that actually is similar to what you're going to do. How you are going to design a unique way to work with it. So those are the challenge. Right? Those are the challenge there. Right? So work on it. Okay, chibi characters or manga character design. You can find a lot. But the problem is a lot of people make mistake, they just trace them. Right? They just trace them. We saw all these character design were came from the basic shapes, basic structures there. There's no such thing they actually draw without having a basic structure that you use. Right? There's a lot. So make sure you understand how it works. See, a lot of basic structures there, sketches and drawing there. Okay? So
Sir,
don't, yes.
I would like to ask, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like follow my own style, but I will use my own basic structure.
What kind of style that you have here?
Like just now the one I showed you.
That one is not actually, we not actually assume as a character there. Right? This one is more into, I think, right, okay, this is what I actually have thought, okay, but you have to show a bit more from there because one single drawings doesn't have a lot of answer to all your developments there, right, okay? But the way that you develop that kind of particular exercise for these sessions, it just looked like we doing the drawing for the figure kind of drawing exercise only. It's not a develop a character design itself. Character design, for example, when you draw from your reference or from your pictures, when you have those pictures with you there, this is what I will do. I will draw first the basic structures of what you call that, your body stages now, right? Like this. This is basically the gaseous line for it. Okay?
So it doesn't have to be a cartoonish kind of style, is it?
It doesn't have to be.
Oh, okay.
Right? It doesn't have to be, okay? Like you said, okay, you want to draw like this one, right? It has to be come with this kind of methods, that is gaseous
Okay.
line methods, alright? Okay?
Okay. Yeah, I
Even though
understand now.
you want to draw manga, also the same thing there, right? Okay? Has to draw this kind of basic structure first, and
Okay.
then you refine that. Okay, refine, okay, let's say to draw other than manga, for example, like a very simple kind of characters that like this. Okay, but the point is right now, for those who have skills that to draw, I'm not actually worried too much. Right? The problem is some people they thought they can draw well, but the skill of drawing is not there yet. So the problem is right now, if you don't actually draw in the right kind of methods, right, you will have a lot of problems later on when you want to develop your ideas from there. So see the right now, okay, I try to what you call that, develop my kind of interpretation based on Marisa kind of ideas just now, but I'm using my own way of working there. Yeah, see?
Okay.
Right?
Understood.
Okay, good. Okay, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome there. Okay. So this, see guys, right? Okay. How actually I communicate with those designers. Okay. This is not more like a simple kind of cartoons or TV kind of stylizations, but I'm using the same methods there, but improvised from there. All right. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Good luck with your exercise, with your assignment and exercise there. If you have any questions, do message me personal or show me directly on your work. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Have a good kind of weekend.